Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Harvest League. Just so you know, again, I did just wake up, but we gotta get in straight into the news. So we got, okay, so yesterday I did the patch notes, and they updated the POB. So this is the new one. Oops. This is the new one, right? I changed it already. I've already looked at some stuff. I've compared some nodes. This was the old one. It's very similar. The major difference is honestly where Unwavering Stance is if you look at this. So I'll start it off. How you guys doing? Good morning. Welcome back to another episode. So they moved Unwavering Stance from down here to up here. So if you path down to get this cluster, this keystone, it used to be here, so it was one closer. Also now it's this imbalance guard double armor effect thingy, and they took 5% physical damage reduction off of Soul of Steel, so I'm not coming here anymore. Instead, we already pathed here, so 2 points and we get Unwavering Stance, so it's actually cheaper than before. We used to spend 4 points and get Unwavering. I think it was actually right here, and so now it's only 2 points, and then we get Unwavering, and then we're only 3 points from Barbarism, 3 points from a Jewel Socket, 3 points from Juggernaut. So I took them because it seems good. And then if you wanted to spend your extra point, go to 117. Now you guys may be wondering, so Ethan, we've come here to know what the hell is the difference between the old one and the new one. Is there a big difference? So the biggest difference I noticed is, look at our damage, 93,950. This is the old one before the changes. This is after. So we actually have, if you look at our life, 24 more life. Okay. And then our damage is 7,000 less. It's like 8% less damage. That's pretty big. That's pretty big, but it won't kill our build. Our build's perfectly fine. To be honest, the only thing I notice is slightly less damage, and it's explained in a very easy way. Give me a second. Okay, so we have some weird stuff going on, like 5% more life, 5% increased life higher on the Lord of the Dead, but we lost the accuracy, so that's really weird. Enduring Bond is 10% less damage, but it has Summon Phantasms have 5% chance to refresh the duration when they hit a unique enemy. Summon Raging Spirits have a 5% chance to refresh the duration when they hit a unique enemy. That seems pretty good. Like, Raging Spirit will be perma up in bosses, but yeah. Grave Intentions has 5% more Chaos Res. I knew it wasn't good enough. I told you guys. Grave Pact nerfed damage. They nerfed the attack speed and the chance to deal double damage, which is ridiculous. They didn't touch Redemption. They didn't touch Righteous Army because they already touched those in previous seasons, I'm pretty sure. They didn't touch Ravenous Horde again. They gave Fearsome Force more area of effect and I think less damage on all of the notes. They moved Golem Commander to up to here. Yeah, so this might make it so where maybe we don't want this node and we take Ravenous Horde, but I'm pretty sure that this for 4 is still really good even with the changes. They also changed Indomitable Army. They changed this amount, like 8-8. It's really awkward now because you won't be able to get your 35. It's 33, and so you'll have 2 res off of cap if you use Sacrifice Indomitable Army to cap your minions. It's pretty lame, but yeah, like I said, path down here, you can get Agnostic Kappa, and you get all this life regen, and boom, we got Unwavering Stance for cheaper than before, but we did just literally lose stats on our minion nodes as if they're just OP apparently. So yeah, interesting. But that's pretty much it. That sums up the no, there was some other stuff, like I pointed out the Soul of Steel. There's gonna be a lot more that I didn't even catch probably. But generally I wanted to show, oh yeah, I updated all of them. So this is basically the league start guide again, all over again. So 25, 43 in normal lab, 58 points, 70 in lab. We get our easy peasy, and then it's just GG from there. Life. Okay, so this one I would need to change because you're not gonna path down there. So that was how many points? Wait. What? Why won't it on? Was it that? 109? Oh, and the extra thing, yeah. So then we go down to this. Let's spend it back to 109, getting unwavering stance. This. There we go. Extra point. Spend it here. There we go. Nice. Oh, we could spend the extra point here as well. It's very similar. We'll get the res instead of the increased armor, and then have to make sure that the 116 is good. Okay, we filled out the extra. Perfect. I just didn't want any mess ups for people following it that are gonna go to the unwavering stance down here and go, what happened? The skill tree is different. We got a new 3.11 skill tree. We got a new POB. This is pretty straightforward. This should be it. This should be good. They didn't change too much, and honestly, the skill tree changes just means that we'll want to move out of the skill tree even sooner. Closer jewels will be even more competitive. Those jewels are insane for golems if they're not changed, right? Like, they're so powerful then instead of the skill tree. Like, why would I spend 4 points here when I could spend 4 points on a jewel socket and get a golem jewel, right? That kind of, it's really easy once you can get the golem jewels in the build. But yeah, we also, I think, got an extra jewel socket with this pathing, because the other one was down to here with the unwavering. So I actually gained an extra jewel socket in this new one. It's very interesting though. I think we can make up the difference pretty easily. There's also the option of like pathing through here, not through here, and then taking 7 points to Ravenous Horde, but my idea is just to anoint Ravenous Horde pretty early on in the season. Opalescent Burden. It doesn't seem that bad. I think I could get day 1 anoint, and then it was only through leveling that I didn't have the Ravenous Horde, maybe. I'm not sure. Either way, this shit is pog. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. This is some good stuff. They didn't kill us. It's kind of like a little annoying. Like, there's a couple things, like, why is the Alliance Spirits over here now? Why would we path over here? Ew. It makes us want to take Grave Intentions more, but I still don't want it. And then they literally just nerfed our minion nodes. The one cool one is honestly Enduring Bond, where Raging Spirits looks OP. Raging Spirit looks OP for bossing now. Raging Spirit looks so good for bossing now, because they'll be perma up for the whole... Maybe they won't be though. What if... Would they even stay up in Osiris? Because the Cyrus will teleport and go immune, and they won't be able to hit, and... That's so awkward, man. 5% chance to refresh the duration when they hit a unique enemy. That's so awkward. Clearly wasn't... They don't want it to be too broken. But then now, yeah, we still have glancing blows too. So cool, so cool. It's actually on the skill tree now. And these two keystones are right next to each other. So broken. Holy moly. God damn. This is nice though. I think that's everything I have to show about the league start change of like what the passive tree changes were and what they did to us and how it actually affects us. I think we legitimately just lose some damage, and we can't actually do anything about it other than not taking nodes and changing it and taking other stuff instead, like just a small thing. Yeah, it's less damage. That node is so bad. Attack speed early is not great. You want damage. You want damage over attack speed. But yeah, that should be... Dude, this is crazy. I'm actually, like, overall wondering with the nerfs to these nodes, if they're even worth taking in some of the cases. Like late game, we might not keep Grave Pact anymore, and we might not. Well, we definitely don't keep Enduring Bond. We might not keep Fearsome Force if I don't care about the area of effect, because Carrion's PogChamp. And Lord of the Dead late game doesn't have accuracy now. Grave Pact lost. I don't know, man. This is crazy, because late game we won't care about the number of zombies or skellies. We won't need this. Same thing with Lord of the Dead. We might still want the extra Spectre, but probably not. So we lose all this, this. We get so many points back, but obviously we'll have to spend it on something. We'll have to get something to replace it. So cluster jewels, etc., just like before. And apparently, everyone's telling me Vicious Bite apparently now affects all minions. And the minions have 50% crit chance, strike chance, and 20% crit multi, instead of 50-50. And so big nerf to Vicious Bite, but honestly, that's not that bad. And the crit chance is like the bigger deal there, and that's insane. And the fact that it can be all minions, as they added crit chance to summon Holy Relic, is pretty insane, because they are literally telling us build crit Holy Relic now and crit everything. And I don't know if Vicious Bite is gonna be the OP though, because it was OP because the numbers were OP. Is the numbers still gonna be OP on other things? I don't know. It's awkward. Then you have to actually like invest in crit, like getting power charges for sure, guaranteed. And yeah, so you'll have to have Spectres. You'll have to use the Host Chieftain and have them actually up. You'll have to use 2 Host Chieftains just to make sure those power charges stay up. It gets weird. And would a Vicious Bite be better than a Primordial Bond? So the only reason we would take Vicious Bite over Primordial Bond, because if you don't know, on the Cluster Jewels, you can't get a Cluster Jewel with Vicious Bite Primordial Bond, and so your choices would be between the Primordial Bond Rotting Claws renewal and the Vicious Bite renewal Rotting Claws. And so obviously Vicious Bite more damage, Primordial Bond buff effect, and life. So honestly, the Vicious Bite does sound better. I almost prefer it, because the Primordial Bond is kind of useless technically. But yeah, it says, look, 10% increased damage per summon golem, 40% increased effect of buffs granted by your golems, and then the 25% increased maximum life. So yeah, if we get Vicious Bite, then that'll change everything, dude. Rest in pepperoni. Primordial Bond maybe, because in 3 clusters, lose the 120% golem effect, which is not even that much. It's like 170 regen, maybe. Lose 170 regen to gain 3 Vicious Bites, which is 150% crit chance and the 60 crit multi, and then you have your 600% crit chance from the 3 power charges. Lose a bit of regen and armor, physical damage reduction to gain probably a lot of damage. We'll have to see the actual comparison, right? But it does sound really good, and I think a lot of minions will want to use Vicious Bite because it was that broken before, and it probably still is, even with the nerf. I just don't think we will Megalomaniac stack Vicious Bites in a Golem build, because the Jewel Sockets are so good. So we wouldn't give up Jewel Sockets to go more Vicious Bites like we did before in a Zombie or Spectre build. So that's a side thing, in case you were wondering. So if we did it, it would only be on the large clusters, and it would be in replacement of Primordial Bond. So it's a direct, like, you lose this and this is what you gain. So we might lose tankiness to gain damage, because we might be able to make up the tankiness other places easier, and that damage might be fucking insane. We'll find out again. Vicious Bite is silly. Either way, like I said, skill tree wasn't changed too much. They kind of just lowered our damage numbers a little bit, which we can't actually do anything because we have almost every minion node on the skill tree. That's actually good, and the only one that I didn't take was technically Ravenous Horde, and that's far. So if you want to spend the 7 points on that, you can. But yeah, overall, I like the Unwavering Stance move. This is gonna help me also when if I go CI, it won't be as far to travel, because like I can always be in here to get Grave Pack, get this Jewel Socket, get this large Jewel Socket, and then it's only 4 points to get the 3 points to get the Unwavering Stance off of that, which is pretty sick. And before, it would be you had 2 options: either come through here, path all the way to here, then path the extra 4, then get it. Okay, so it was like 11 points or something insane. Or come through here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Or you can come from down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know where you go through to get to there. Through here, 3, fucking 11 points. It's like Unwavering is in such a better spot now for us. Oh my god, I love it. This is just what I wanted. I cried in my CI build. I was like, how do I CI Unwavering Stance? It's awkward. It's so far. Now it's actually viable. Actually viable. Pog. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to leave the link to the new League Starter POB in the description below for 3.11 Harvest League. We survived, I believe, the patch notes and the POB passive tree skill changes. Our Ascendancy survived. I think we are good to go. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for everyone who supports financially on the Patreon and the YouTube members. I can't do this without you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon and the YouTube members today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!